Hey, gaming family, Sega Man back here with another video. I wanted to keep doing these videos because I got some good responses from it, and it's old school systems from the past. A lot of you might not have never seen these video game systems that I collect for. I've been collecting for a very long time. Some of you probably might not even ever heard of it. You know, some of my subscribers. Some of them are younger, you know, and I'm going to keep doing these videos. I have a few more left, you know, and I have this in its entirety. I have it in its original box with the game system, the controllers, and the system. My friends used to own a mom and pop game store before they moved on, and they sold it to me very cheap. To find this game system now, it's probably a lot more expensive, you know. I believe they sold it to me for $40, if I remember correctly. They just said it was sitting there, just no, you know, they would get the younger crowd in, and you know, they thought people would vintage, you know, collectors would come in there. I was one of them, you know, but it just sat there and it never sold, so the price went down and down and down. So I was like, we'll make it even down for, you know, make the price even lower, you know, for you, and we'll give it to you for $40, and that was awesome. You know what I mean? I really appreciate it. I've tried the system out, you know, and it is a very good old school system. I don't think it gets that much praise anymore, you know, but I'm going to show it to you in its entirety. And before I start, the last video I did, I was saying I hope people were doing well and dealing with what's going on out here and happened to be in the house. And I got a troll, unfortunately. So I had to block them. You know what I mean? I didn't respond to him. I don't respond to trolls. I think he said something like, "Don't do it. I'm dealing with it." I don't really know what he said because it's not worth remembering. So I had to block the person that did it. Just a word of advice. Try to find something better to do than trolling me. With everything that's going on, that should be the last thing you're doing is trolling a game channel. You know, somebody that, you know, loves games, and I'm a real connoisseur of video games and collecting. So please, go away. You know, if trolls come into my, you know, comment section, you're just gonna get blocked. I've told people trolls this a long time ago. I'm not dealing with that anymore. I'm about true gamers, people that want to know about gaming systems and some history on it and things of that sort. You know, you won't get no response. You'll just get blocked. You know, I respect all my subscribers that like my channel and like what I do. I like to get their true opinions about what I show in the comment sections below. If that kind of crap is in my comment section, you're just going to get blocked. So please find something else to do, because we need to worry about a lot more important things right now than you coming in and trolling me. That's just, you know, find something else to do. So let's get into it, guys. This system, okay, it's a very old system. It was a system by Magnavox. And this is the box I'm going to show you. I'm going to try to show you. I got to move back a little bit because of my camera, but I want to show you in its entirety. Now, it's on my cell phone. It's not on my computer, so I didn't want to bring my laptop down and do it. I want to do it from my cell phone. So this is called the Odyssey 2, and that's it in the box in its entirety, right there. So, you know, the artwork on this is pretty vintage, as you can see. You know, you can see the system right there and the little game in it. You know, it's the Odyssey 2. And it's really cool, you know, for that style and that era back then. You know, you see the family on there. You know, they look excited. You know what I mean? You can see it in the picture. You know, right there. You know, they look all excited and everything. And you know, for those days, this was one of the cool systems. You know, back then. You know, back in the Atari days, the ColecoVision days. I don't know if the Odyssey 2 got as much love, you know what I mean? Because I think it was half computer kind of game system, you know what I mean? And it was different. You know, every system back then, they took pride in creating this system and trying to just bring something different, you know, to the gaming community back then. So let's get into it and check out what we got inside here. I'm going to take out some of the games first. I'll show you those in its entirety. And I'll show you some of the controllers that came with it. Very basic controllers that came with it. You know, and I'm going to show you the system because I'm going to have to put this all back together when I'm done. So the camera might move a minute there, guys, so bear with me. So we're going to take this system out first because I got to put this all back in when I'm done. But I want to give you a quick look at the system here and the stuff that came with it. So it's a little book, handbook right there. So, it even still has the styrofoam on the sides for the system. So, let's put that in the box real quick. Now, the thing about this system, guys, it's very light. It's very light. You know what I mean? This is what it looks like. Kind of like a, like I said, I believe part computer. And then you put the cartridges in at the top. That's the Odyssey 2. Like it has here. Yeah, like it has here, like a calculator kind of like layout and alpha keyboard and space. Reset, you know, yes, no, input and functions. And the power button is right here. Little red button right there. But some of these systems back in the day, they had the controller built in. So these are two controllers. That's what the controller looks like. See, it's just a joystick right here and an action button right here. And as you can see, these are very, very well taken care of. No hard usage in these joysticks. And there's two that came with it, extra, that they gave me. And those are actually built in to the system. And then you have this part, which is that would go into the TV. But as you can see, it has like a kind of a metallic kind of silverish color with black and red ambiance in there. You know what I mean? And you know, it's not like very flashy like you have these game systems today, but I've tried it out and it was a very enjoyable system. You know what I mean? I actually hooked this up, believe it or not, to my old HD TV. I found a way to hook it up. Now, it was not going to look that great, you know, on the newer TVs, but back in that time and era, it was very exciting to own an Odyssey 2. You know what I mean? A lot of people had them back in the days, you know what I mean? And the thing about the Odyssey 2 is it had a microprocessor in it, which was pretty awesome for back in the day. So you might as well say it was a computer also. So let me show you. These are extra joysticks that came with it that they gave me. Alright? And it kind of looks like an old NES port that you can put into an old Nintendo system. And did I show you that? Where's that at? It's on the back. On the back, I think. Is it on the back? I believe it's on the back. Can't find it. But those were extra controllers they gave me with it. That might have been something that you have to buy another part, I guess, to use with it. I'm not sure, because I always just use the ones that were hooked into the system. I can't remember if there was a port on here, which I don't think there is. I don't think there's a port on here where you can put those. Let me see. No, but the games for it, you know, they were pretty unusual. You know what I mean? They were different. You had some that were, you know, kind of trying to be like a Space Invaders, or you know, something like that. And let me show you some of the games. These are actually still in the box, some of these games. And this one here is called Helicopter Rescue. That's one right there for it. You can't really see the graphics of what the game looked like, but they were kind of like Atari-like type graphics in a way. But that was a pretty cool game. We also have here Alien Invaders Plus. Now this is kinda like a Space Invaders. But that's the cover there. The artwork is beautiful. You know what I mean? For back then, very creative. You know what I mean? They had these nice little cases. This is with the book and the tape inside. You know what I mean? I keep my stuff in excellent condition when it comes to collecting. And but I can show you a little bit on here. The thing I don't like about some of these games, when you find some of these games, they always put all these stickers all over the cases, and it kind of bothers me a little bit. But you can actually get them off without damaging the front covers of these cases. So if you could just see it a little bit, it's kind of like a Space Invaders. If you can see in the description below there. So that's another one there. What's the last one I have here? And then we have this other one here called Freedom Fighters. It's in the case. I got this from my exchange. It's good to find these in their cases. Sometimes it's so hard to find these vintage systems in their cases. But I got it at the exchange. And that's the cover art right there. Kind of cool, huh? Then on the back here it has like some, you know, kind of like, you know, giving you a description of what the game kind of looks like. You know what I mean? So another space type shooter game, kind of like their answer to Asteroids, but it's really fun and really cool game. Now I have more of these games in the cases, but I didn't take all of them out. So I just wanted to give you a look at the Odyssey 2 and what it's like. You know what I mean? What the system looks like. A little bit of history on it. You know what I mean? And it's a very fun system. So I've been collecting for a long time, and I try to get my hands on any vintage system that I can. I already have a lot right now, you know, in my gaming room. But I just wanted to give you a little taste and look at the Odyssey 2 and what it offered to the gaming community, you know, back then, because it's part of gaming culture, and it should be shown to the young bloods out there that want to get into collecting and want to know about different systems that are out there. Now you could probably find these systems on Amazon and eBay, but I'm not too sure if you'll find. If you research this and you want to really check out something vintage and retro like this, make sure you get one that works. You know what I mean? Do your research before you buy anything, because some of these systems these guys get them and they don't work. I had a lot of cases where I had friends that they seen I had a 3DO. They went out searching for a 3DO, and half of the time they didn't work. So do your research before you get into getting these vintage systems. Alright, so this is Sega Man. I hope you enjoyed this episode of my retro gaming system collection. Stay safe, guys. You know, play games, you know what I mean? Spend time with your family. That's what it's all about. And just take care of yourself. Happy gaming. And always remember, peace and love and Xbox for me for life. Later, guys, and also thank you for subscribing. Let me know what you think in the comment sections below, what you think about this video and this system, the Odyssey 2 that I showed you, and I really appreciate it. Alright, so you guys take care. I'll be back with some more videos soon, but I can't do no pickups right now because of people unfortunately have to be on lockdown, but I will continue to bring you some gaming content and different things I do on my channel. So take care, guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.